How's it going, guys?
We just saw the highly anticipated movie that some people have been waiting for almost 20 years, and others 3.
Did the quick math. Sorry, my throat kind of hurts. Just doing that. That was a little loud.
If you don't know what it is, and if you clicked on this video blindly, we saw Glass.
And I liked it. I was pretty disappointed seeing the reviews and whatnot, even though I told myself stop listening to reviews. But
I enjoyed it, but that ending.
Oof.
We'll get to the ending.
A lot to unpack.
A lot to unpack. But first, today, the day we saw it, we also watched Unbreakable and Split leading up to this. So let's just do kind of like make our quick thoughts on those 2 movies.
I forgot how slow Unbreakable is.
See, I mean, I guess because So, long story short, I thought I saw Unbreakable before. And within like the first 5 minutes, I realized I hadn't seen the movie. So, I guess to me, it didn't feel slow to me because it was the first time ever watching it.
Right.
And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I like the twist at the end. And this movie's 20 years old. So the twist is that Mr. Glass, Samuel L. Jackson, caused all of these awful accidents who killed hundreds of people.
Just to find a hero.
To find a hero. And I thought that was interesting that he was trying to do that. And I really liked the movie. I thought Bruce Willis was really good. Mm-hmm. His son cried a lot in it. Yeah. That pistol scene is awesome, though.
Oh, when Samuel, Jackson's chasing after him? Or
No. The one with the son.
Oh,
when Bruce Willis' son's trying to like prove that he's a superhero.
God, that was tense.
Yeah, that was really good. It reminded me. You haven't seen it, but it reminded me of a scene in Blind Spotting.
If you shoot me, I will leave. I will pack my bags and go to New York.
Yeah, I mean it worked. So overall, I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. A great movie now to break up a little bit of the superheroes' saturation.
Yeah, I feel like it was almost. I don't like to use the term, but I feel like it was a little ahead of its time.
Maybe, yeah.
Trying to critique the superhero world.
I do feel like it was appreciated, though.
No, it was appreciated. I mean, it got good reviews. People really like it. And now seeing it...
Probably just would have done even better.
Even better if it came out around these times, taking a look at superheroes. And I think that's where Glass kind of falters with all these superhero movies. Mm-hmm. And we'll get into that. But Unbreakable, it was really good. It came... Sixth Sense, was this his second movie? Or did Signs come out before this?
Oh, for Shyamalan. I was thinking for some reason Bruce Willis.
No.
Yeah.
Die Hard. Either way, 3 for 3 because I know those were his 3 big ones before The Village came out.
Okay.
So these are his 3 big movies that everybody was like, "Is this the next Steven Spielberg?" But yeah. Quick thoughts. Unbreakable. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, really good.
And then a few years ago, a movie called Split.
Oh my God.
Came out, but prior to this,
maybe arguably the best January movie.
Yes, M. Night's career kind of downgraded after Signs with The Village, Lady in the Water, Avatar, After Earth, The Happening.
Oh my God.
And then he came out with The Visit in 2015. Which,
that was about the grandparents,
yes.
like trying to kill the.
And I've seen it. I wasn't a big fan of it because I hated the filming style, like the Paranormal Activity cameras.
Oh,
I'm not a fan of that stuff. I think it's lazy,
especially a few years after.
Yeah, but it was a return to format for him, and the twist was good. You know the twist?
No, hit me.
No, those aren't their grandparents.
Huh?
So like.
But they look like them, or are they just totally random?
They're totally random. They like escape from like a mental institution, and like their actual grandparents are like dead under the house, and they discover them. And these people are just trying to eat the kids.
Was this the first time of them meeting their parents or grandparents?
Yes, because the mom just like kind of sends them off. But I mean, people were excited because they're like, "Oh my gosh, M. Night came back with a decent movie, a good twist," and then a year later comes out with Split. With this guy who has 23 personalities and kidnaps 3 girls.
I love this movie, dude.
It's a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. I love, too, because I've only seen it twice now. The time in theater and just today. And I remember in the theater the first time watching it. Excuse Excuse you. I was
Yeah.
talking.
I was gracious enough to cough in my arm.
I lost my train of thought.
Oh my god.
Wait, hold on. I'm backing myself up. I'm gonna keep talking till I think of what I wanted to say. Here we go. So
You're boring everybody.
When he turns into the beast and he starts crawling around and stuff, to me, it was kind of taking me out of the movie.
What?
Because like I thought the movie was very realistic, and then this dude just starts climbing on a wall, and though it was cool, I just was like, like it was really good and like raw and real, and now it's becoming kind of like a superhero movie. I didn't think that straight up, but I thought like this guy has like superpowers, which is kind of weird. And then for it to end revealing Bruce Willis, and I knew the movie Unbreakable when I saw it.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh shit, like that's from his movie Unbreakable. And so I was like, that makes sense. And then I was in a packed theater and like half of people just were like, like really excited. But
see, it had the opposite effect on me. I feel like it had this huge buildup of like this super creepy, like what's it going to be? Is it going to be, is it actually going to be real, or is it actually going to be this thing that's like kind of paranormal or supernatural? And so seeing him do that, and it, like the scene where she's just waiting at the end of the hallway and he's climbing and then bust a light, keeps crawling, bust another light. I thought it was really cool and creepy.
Yeah, no, it's really cool and creepy. It's just it was that first part when he's climbing on the wall. I'm just like, you're just climbing on a wall. Like at least when he's like there, he's like holding onto pipes.
You didn't like that reveal where like you just see his muscles and it's all veiny.
Yeah,
And
it is
like,
cool. It is really cool. Have any more thoughts? I mean, you really love Split. If you want to talk about it for a minute.
Like this is easily top 10, arguably
Really?
top 5 favorite. Yeah, I
like all time.
Yeah, all time.
All right. That's
Super
good.
all time. And it's great motivation because just seeing James McAvoy from an acting perspective, like this dude, and even more so in Glass, there are a lot of one takes where he's just going back and forth between all these personalities, and dude must have taken a lot of time to prepare for this.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of seamless how he just transitions to all these different voices and accents, and even like the body language and what you see with Patricia and just his facial expressions. Like he looks like a mother or like a middle-aged housewife.
He has really good mannerisms too. How many blood vessels do you think he popped during both of these movies?
Yeah, his eyes looked like they were pretty stressed. Yeah. A lot of pressure got into his head, and to get like his neck to pop out.
Oh gosh,
dude. Oh my god.
But I really enjoy it, and like everybody like was
and a great movie for Anya Taylor-Joy. Don't want to forget about her. ATJ. The other two girls in that movie were forgettable. They're fine. But overall, great movie.
And everybody knew what was coming next, which was these three characters coming together in a full-forced climax, ending all trilogy, called Glass.
Yeah. I will admit, the trailer made it seem like Samuel L. Jackson was going to be the main focus for like a good 70%.
And
we didn't really see him that much until like halfway in.
I would say...
It was only like 2 or 3 scenes.
One thing... Okay, so we're just going to start talking about Glass. I guess... I mean, the movie's been out for... It'll be a week now, so...
Oh, this is spoilers.
Spoilers. If you've listened to our podcast, we're just going to say from now on, all of our podcasts are going to be spoilers for whatever we're talking about.
We're not making 2 separate podcasts for a non-spoiler and a spoiler review.
That's for the
Patreon. Patreon in like 5 years.
So, I would say this movie, the first, like, I love how it just starts, like, in the same, like, month, pretty much.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks.
3 weeks after Split happens. It's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like that it was pretty much an Unbreakable sequel for the first good half of the movie.
Yeah.
And then it becomes kind of just like its own movie. Because you kind of just find out
I think more so the marketing was that it was Unbreakable 2.
Yeah.
But they weren't making Split 2.
No, there was never going to be a Split 2. If anything, he was just kind of the villain that was introduced. And so I guess just kind of like talk about whatever pops in your head. We'll try to save the ending for last because we got some thoughts about that. Overall, I mean, I really enjoyed it. Seeing where everybody was, they brought the son back from Unbreakable. He literally he looks the same, which is so creepy. Like,
yeah, his eyes look weird, dude. Like he looks like he doesn't have pupils.
it looks soulless. It looks like his eyes are just like cartoon eyes. It's kind of weird, but he just looks older. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let's just talk about. We both died when M. Night Shyamalan made his cringy
5 minutes in
cameo I think he's ever made.
He had to complete the circle of his character from Unbreakable.
It was fine that he was the same character in Split. It made sense. And for people that seen Split, he was like the security guard of the psychologist. Like,
yeah, the building. Like the building security.
Yeah. And he was there to like get a new camera. And of course he's in the security store that Bruce Willis works at and owns within 2 seconds looking at the gentleman.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, did you ever work at like the baseball stadium?
You're that one guy from 20 years ago that pat me down for drugs.
Remember, he even said, he's like, yeah, I hung out with some shady guys.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, come on, dude. You're so full of your cameos. Like,
that did, like, because I want to understand that scene a little more. He does have drugs on him, I believe. Because when he's patting him down, he goes into his pocket and, like, he touches something. And I don't know if, like, he knew it was drugs. He's like, you know what, maybe not worth it.
Yeah, like, not to make a scene.
And then just let him go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe because, like, you know, when he touched him, he didn't, like, see anything bad. So he knew that nothing was bad about it. But yeah, we both thought that was really corny.
Thankfully, he got it out of the way so it didn't take us out of the movie further into it.
Yeah, if his cameo, I think it's just, you realize that pretty much once they all get into the mental institution, like, it's their movie. Like, there's really no outside world attached to it. There are a few flashbacks, but I love this movie. Definitely felt like the final movie in the trilogy with the opening scene where the Beast and what's his name? What did they call him? The Overseer.
Oh, yeah.
The Overseer when they're going at it with the
God,
cheerleaders.
that was so cool. When he threw this giant table.
And then he catches it.
Yeah, and then throws it back, and then throws it at just a little girl. This high school cheerleader.
I did not see that coming.
And just, boom.
What, she, like, fractured some ribs in her...
And broken arm,
broken arm? Dude, I thought she died. I think she...
Straight up.
I think she would have died, because she weighed, like, 80 pounds.
Yeah. Thankfully, she didn't hit like a hard wall. It was like one of those thin like garage type doors that like pull down and back up. But I mean, it did work nice as like a way to make him feel bad for getting involved. Whereas like, oh, if officers did it, no one would have got injured.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they would have been dead.
Yes,
they were not finding.
They would have not found him within that day that they were going to get eaten. I loved Hagrid on the rollerblades.
Oh my god, that whole sequence was cool. That one take of just going in circles and seeing him go around on his little rollerblades.
Hold on,
roller skates.
How did he get those? How did he get the wireless headphones? Was he even listening to music, or do you think he's just insane? Like, did he have an iPhone or like an iPod?
Dude, I love his dancing so much.
It's so funny.
There was that part where he bumps into Bruce. Yeah. He does the whole like flash or like seeing the evil happening, and then we look at him and he like looks back again and then just kicks a wall.
Yeah. And then he just books it. He's like, oh dang, what did I just do? But yeah, and I guess
I assume he just like stole these things from somewhere.
I assume. I mean, because like, you know, they escaped, and when they escaped,
these could be the belongings of the people that like he kidnapped and then ate.
That makes sense. I guess he went to a roller rink and
and he just killed homeless people.
It's implied.
Yeah.
I don't know why he would, since they're broken.
Yeah.
They're not the pretty girls, but I did notice. I wonder because like he was gonna turn into the Beast so much in this movie.
Oh my god, yeah.
That they're like, buddy, you just have to grunt once or twice now, and not like for 30 seconds. And
not slowly take my top off, unzip whatever.
Because in Split, he only turns to the Beast like twice.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times, and it is like a build up. Like it's really long. It takes him a while. This one he turns into it like 10 times.
And it all takes the same length.
It's like, I'm the Beast now. You're just like, oh, okay, you've upgraded your speed time and turning into the Beast. But
his voice is pretty cool.
I
way
like
they alter it.
I like it more in this than I do in Split.
They didn't really do much with it in
They,
Split.
it was probably just Jay McAvoy's voice, like very
Right.
deep. This one they did put a filter over it, made it seem more menacing. I like that a lot more. It makes it feel like he's more of a demon, kind of.
Yeah, he talks a lot more too.
I like that. Yeah, I thought he was gonna kind of be like Bane, where he just kind of like no, not like Bane in Dark Knight,
Right, yeah.
but Bane in Batman and Robin,
Mm-hmm.
where he's just like this big oof guy and doesn't
Yeah.
talk, and Mr. Glass does all the talking, but he talks a lot.
But he has like a motivation, like he has a mission to fulfill.
Yeah. So he gets into the beast. Yeah, they do the cheerleader stuff. That stuff was cool. I like how he was trying to crush him, but he couldn't.
Yeah, it was kind of funny almost just seeing Dunn's facial expression. He's like, nothing's happening.
Nothing. If
He's
anything,
flicking
this
back
is
and forth.
annoying. Like
Yeah.
I'm frustrated, but
And it is nice because that later goes into the beast and the Horde questioning whether the beast is actually
now
super strong since he
How-
couldn't break this dude.
did the cops know they were there?
The at the factory,
Yes.
the girls. I mean, maybe they were about to find him.
Either they were about to find him, or did Bruce Willis tell his son to warn the authorities? I don't remember.
Maybe that.
I don't remember. He might have just said that, and it might have been like a throwaway line. But I did think that was perfect that they fell out of this window and there was just 4 cop cars and like 20 officers and
They have the lights,
fudge. What's her name?
and it just so happens to be raining,
Yes, of course.
so both of their weaknesses are hitting them.
What's her name?
The American Horror Story chick.
Yeah. Damn it. Oh well.
She was a little annoying at times. She says comic book about 20 times.
I can't wait for CinemaSins to do one and just do like a bonus round of how many times they say comic, not just comic book, but comics in this movie, because it's probably 50.
Or superhero,
Um,
or all these trigger keywords.
yeah, I've never been a fan of her though in American Horror Story. She always comes
Sarah
Paulson.
Paulson.
Oh my gosh, I knew it. She always comes off kind of whiny and annoying when she talks.
Yeah, I only saw the second season, so that kind of...
Yeah, I mean, she was only in like an
Yeah.
episode of the first season, but now she's in like all of
Mm-hmm.
them. But yeah, so you can talk about because like around that time is when you came up with your twist.
Oh, it was a little more in the middle, where it's like, there's going to be some thing where it's like, she's actually a superhero, or something's going on.
We'll get to what it is.
Yeah.
There is a twist, and it's kind of a really long, convoluted twist that took too much time to explain.
It's very convoluted.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that. But
And I guess we didn't say her whole reasoning behind this is that she believes they are just mentally ill,
yeah,
and they don't have superpowers.
They're just people,
Yeah.
and
She's just trying to convince them that they don't have powers.
and it kind of works for both of them. Not Mr. Glass, but it works on both Bruce Willis and
Even the son, too. He starts to...
yeah, he starts to question it too. I mean, the whole time I'm like, no.
Yeah, obviously,
They're
no.
superheroes.
Yeah.
You're just stupid, but we're the audience. We can think whatever we want.
I do like, slightly off topic, but it happened at the beginning. Casey is in a foster home now. Her uncle got arrested,
Yeah,
which in 3 weeks
I
to
don't
be in a
think
foster home, and you already seem to be happy in that foster home, and your uncle's been processed and is in jail all in that short time.
Where's your evidence that he was molesting you? Like,
I mean,
you would
the
have
scars.
You would have to hire a lawyer. You would have gone to court, and court would have taken a long time to get into.
Right.
And they would have put you in the foster care because I assume she's probably like 15, 16.
Yeah,
What's like the age that you're not in a foster home anymore?
probably 18.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like she's probably like 15, 16. For somebody to pick her up right away, still within those 3 weeks after putting her uncle in jail. No.
Maybe you get superseded when you're of abuse, an abusive household, and they just send you through the system.
But I just love how the foster home just had all the races.
Yeah, and it's perfect.
Right.
They all love each other.
Everybody was running around playing. They're all hugging her, like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, I mean, you only see
It
like,
feels good. It feels good.
It's nice, warm Hallmark colors. So,
I give it a pass.
it's whatever. It's a subplot, not even that important.
And I'm actually very happy that this movie focused a lot on her, and Kevin, James McAvoy.
I
thought they were going to take a back seat.
I'm really glad that Kevin.
I would argue that they are the four main characters. The three, obviously the super guys, and then her. I feel like the son and the mom especially were barely in it.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. She is definitely in the top four. But yeah, I'm really glad that Kevin got to shine a lot more. Because after in Split, they were just like, no, he's gone. He's forever getting held.
And he's forever a bad guy. This painted a nice picture of like, no, he's actually a victim.
I'm just thinking that ending, dude. I hate it so much. Okay, let's just keep going though.
We're almost there. We're getting there.
I like that Mr. Glass pretty much played stupid.
Yeah.
And I kind of believed it. I didn't think he was faking it.
Yeah, the whole idea that he's just been super sedated for like 15, 19 years.
Yeah.
His face is twitch.
Oh yeah, and his eye like twitches.
So funny.
Let's bring up the biggest plot hole in my opinion, besides the ending.
God, yeah.
Which is this facility has only 2
like caretakers.
That I think there was like a
everything.
third one, like an extra.
Right.
But
no speaking.
There's 2, Daryl and whatever the other guy is with like the gold necklace.
Yeah.
And apparently they are the only 2 that switch routines when watching
the three most dangerous people in the building. And there's other people, like other patients in this hospital.
I guess we
find out at the end.
I want to talk about the ending.
So it does feel like this area of just the 3 people has like its own crew. Because yeah, these are people that are pretty dangerous. You would want more crew on there.
Well, I'm wondering, I don't want to really get into the ending yet, but I'm wondering if those 2 guys also had that thing on their arm.
Oh no, they looked pretty professional.
Okay. I don't give a shit.
I feel like they were just employees.
It's a really stupid plot line because it's the only way...
Yeah, when it comes to the nighttime.
The only way this movie works is that you needed only 1 night guard shift.
Yeah.
Which would not be a thing. You would have like...
That was super not
3
realistic.
at tops.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have 1 person always in like the room.
It's like only having 1 nurse to like 1 wing of a hospital.
Yeah, no, it was ridiculous, but it was kind of, I don't know. I will say
it didn't take me too much out of it.
No, it didn't take me too much out of it. It was just that it was the part when, like, also, why would the guy with the gold necklace leave his post when Daryl's still there? Wouldn't you wait till Daryl walks in and be like,
yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna leave this facility. Front door. Bye, dude. Peace. And now you know that Daryl's going to talk there for 10 minutes with the security guard about vitamins and water.
Dude, most forced dialogue that conversation ever. Was perfect, though, because that sounded like your gym bro.
It did.
Let me ask you this. Yeah. Are you drinking enough water?
Nope. That's what I thought. Like, but I mean, I guess it was the only way to move the plot forward.
Right.
And I will give credit that M. Night Shyamalan was really smart with Mr. Glass, like the character.
Yeah.
Because, like, I didn't really see all that going down. Like, what he does. How he breaks into things, how he manipulates the cameras, and...
Yeah.
And then he was always 1 step ahead. Like, he knew he was going to get caught.
Yeah, when we think...
we thought he fucked up.
Yeah, and then he was getting this surgery, and then blah, 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 and then the ending, then more.
But then he screwed up the surgery part. Like, he took out those 3 little crystal things that were going to, like, sedate him or whatever with the heck that laser
Yeah, I don't get what that surgery was supposed to do. Like, lobotomize him?
Honestly, it could have been, like, kind of, like, shut his brain down.
With the whole, like, frontal lobe being, like, overactivated into making you think these things.
But he was, like, truly always 1 step ahead, and I really like that.
Side note.
Yeah, what's up?
Music. Really good.
Music's really good.
Even though Thomas Newton Howard?
I have no idea.
Didn't come back. He did the first one.
He did Unbreakable or Split?
Unbreakable.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's done a lot of other stuff. But I don't know who did this one. But it was still very good. We got to hear the theme of Unbreakable and Split. I love
that Unbreakable theme. Just I love the piano. It's beautiful. And
I do like how the Unbreakable and Split themes just mend well together.
Yeah, they do. They work really well together. And honestly, I feel like I'm not kind of playing that.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted them to mend well because he was probably thinking this a while back. I'm trying to think of like the bulk of the middle of the movie. Some more things to talk about.
We do see almost, if not all, the personalities. And that was your biggest thing going into it.
Yeah, it was.
It didn't seem like it because you kind of just lost track,
Ooh.
but looking at the credits, it did look like at least 20 plus attributions to James McAvoy.
Actually,
Andrew is currently looking something up.
yes, because I saw a fact. I follow this page on Instagram, and they just post random facts. I don't know what it's called, so I'm just scrolling through my...
Oh my god.
Keep going, just talk about something.
Well, some of my new favorites were, there is this country fellow. He was quite the talker, as he said himself. And then there was Mr. Pritchard, which I remember seeing on the computer from Split. He is a filmographer, but specializes in just Japanese. And from the 1900s to the 1980s area. Yeah. He was so particular.
That was funny.
Really loved him. Okay, go on.
I am ready now. This is fact 1,243, for whoever was curious. M. Night Shyamalan has said that the original cut of Glass had a runtime of nearly 3.5 hours.
Oh, my.
He trimmed it up a bit, because the movie's about 210. So you cut about 50 minutes. That's a lot.
And you said 3 hours?
Oh, 3.5 hours.
Yeah, that's almost an hour and a half.
Never mind. And
that's a movie.
He cut out 3 of his personas. So 20 are shown.
Wow.
It's a lot.
Why would you... There's only 3 more. Why would you cut those out?
Maybe he didn't even know which ones he wanted him to do.
Yeah, he just kind of
Maybe it was just all a lie. Maybe there aren't 23. He just wanted to say a cool number.
Mm-hmm.
But...
honestly, smart. Maybe him and James just sat in a room and, like, James tried to think of as many voices as he could. And he was like, all right, this is our limit. I'm going to add 3. Just to beef it up.
I do like the whole light thing in his room.
Yeah.
The Beast room. Like, every time he tries to walk forward, he changes. Oh, I love when Daryl walks in and he's the
Jade.
diabetic. Yeah, the Jane. And he's like, the thing with his feet going like this. Like, I want to try it.
This man is seducing the other man with his feet. Non-physical. I love the sequence where Sarah Paulson comes in the room and Hedwig is just charging at it.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to just go at the door, and then he goes to a different personality, and then he just faces back into Hedwig and just goes back to the corner and does it again. Another big plot hole that some reviews had, where why doesn't he just close his eyes?
Or I was thinking that. Or taking the pill and just walking forward.
Because the whole thing with Willis makes sense, that because rain doesn't really affect him, but having super high pressured water that basically drowns him standing up, that makes sense. Even though they never showed it happening.
I think they showed it in the trailer.
Maybe the water going off.
Yeah.
But we never
saw it. Yeah. We saw the aftermath once of it.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the iconic scene when they're in the pink room and they're all there together.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, I like that.
And Kevin is just slightly to the left, closer to Samuel Jackson.
I just was reading the trivia on
Mr. Glass.
Samuel Jackson doesn't talk till about an hour into the movie. So a whole hour. He's in it for maybe just a few minutes of that hour, but he's supposed to talk. So it's pretty crazy, I think, that the movie.
To be fair, he's been in this asylum for nearly 20 years.
And he has the whole plan.
Yeah.
Has it planned out. I'm sorry, I just keep thinking about that ending.
Off topic. What's your favorite personality?
Of James McAvoy's character?
Yeah. My quick go-to is Hedwig.
Hedwig?
But there has to be another one. Mr. Pritchard, like I mentioned before while you were looking that up, is a good favorite.
I like Barry.
Barry. Yeah, Barry's.
He wasn't really in this one.
Mm-hmm.
I guess because he was kind of like
the star of Split.
Yeah. What's the clean freak? Dustin?
Dennis.
He kind of he redeems himself.
Yeah.
In this one,
I like that. Sides.
He changes sides. He becomes good, and I like that. Patricia stood strong and was.
Well, no, she faltered in the beginning. Remember?
Oh, she faltered in not believing that the Beast was who she thought, but then she always but then she regained her faith and she stood strong pretty much.
I love the Brooklyn accent. Was
I do.
gotta stick with Hedwig.
I was happy that Dennis redeemed himself.
God, the part.
But Barry is also a good one.
His pants are ruined. We'll get there.
Okay.
But that was a long scene actually of just them in the room all together.
Yeah,
I
like that. Scene. It was like kind of like the bulk of the movie, kind of like a really intense scene. I love when it kicks off, like when Mr. Glass's plan goes off is, Daryl walks in. He's like, "One of your pictures are crooked."
Oh my God!
Sits down. The Mr. Glass
just so quick
cuts his throat
with a piece of what? Glass.
And he's like, "Had to find the perfect one," and like drops it in a bunch of piles. It was the perfect one.
Yeah. Those people need to stop fucking with him. That whole sequence with the other dude when he like...
Oh, the flashlight?
Yeah. If I drop this really heavy flashlight...
I thought it was kind of nice in the first scene.
Yeah, I thought they had like a bond. They were bonding. He was like, we were pretty cool before this lady showed up.
Yeah. And then he just became an asshole for some reason because the movie wanted him to. But yeah, I was not suspecting that. I knew the other guy died because you see it in the trailers.
Oh, yeah, of him getting hugged to death.
Yeah, but I didn't... I mean, I assumed this guy was going to die, especially when he was talking about the vitamin shit.
Oh, yeah.
You're like... You, like, look over me, he's like, oh, this guy's... is showing that he's caring about somebody else. He's going to die.
Yeah.
And he does in, like, a few minutes. And, it kicks off from there. He kills him. He goes, frees the beast. He does some stuff on the computer. You don't know what he's doing until the twist. There's actually like a double twist, I guess. M. Night Shyamalan of 2 twists.
Twist is deception.
My
body couldn't come out with that.
And then they keep advertising the big new building, like the new.
Yeah, what was up with that building? Osaka Tower, Ahsoka Tower.
Yeah, it was very weird.
It had like an LED panel, a giant LED panel at the top. It had these weird like solar panels.
Yeah,
the
solar panels that would like shift to where the sun is.
Yeah, that part where we saw it like in the city, like the skyline, didn't look like it was just like a futuristic building that had just like that.
It was like the wavy kind of look to it. Yeah, it was just definitely to misguide you.
I'm sorry, audience. Philadelphia, but why would a super cool building like that be?
You guys, okay, you have Rocky.
Because you won a Super Bowl once. Have they won more than one Super Bowl? I don't care.
We're not looking it up. But obviously that was just the Rouge. You think they're gonna go there because you're just like, oh my gosh, are they gonna go blow that building up like 9/11 again? And that's probably what M. Night was trying to make you think, and that's what. And
honestly, that would have been way too like big scale for that movie.
The movie. I like the
what
climax.
That movie gets is that it's smaller, it's more realistic.
The climax of the movie takes place in front of the mental institution.
Yeah, just the parking lot.
Just the parking lot, and that's where you've seen it in the trailer. You've seen clips of it. That's where the fighting scene is, and that's it. And I don't mind the fighting scene. It's after the fighting scene is when I get
the fighting scene was really good.
Yeah.
Bruce gets his costume back, puts the raincoat on, even though it's bright and sunny day.
Right. It's his outfit. But yeah, so that
standoff between him and the Beast. The Beast starts running, and then he gets all quadrupedal and does a
little dog. I loved when Bruce Willis was breaking down the door, and like he hit it a few times, and you could just tell he had doubt, and that's why he couldn't break it down.
Yeah, and then he saw the bend in it.
And he's like, I am strong. I can do this. And so he breaks down. They all go outside to the showdown.
And of course, the other three of Casey, the son, and the mother all get there.
My only thing is that maybe
at the same time,
since it's like day 3, because Sarah Paulson said she had 3 days, maybe she called all of like their close relatives to like come together. If there was a scene, I wouldn't have a problem. But I was just like, oh, convenient that all 3 show up at the exact same time to watch this showdown happen.
There was so much comic book stuff.
I feel like M. Night Shyamalan thinks that everybody's been under a rock and doesn't really know how comic book movies work and who are the villains, who are the actors, the twists and turns that people take. Because people in the movie explain it, and I'm like,
we know.
Duh? Like, you're wasting dialogue.
Like, at the end, when the mother's like, this is the thing that happens like rarely. It's the showdown.
I was like,
Where
please
everyone fights.
stop saying that. Like,
Yeah.
Nobody calls it. Like, people do say it's the showdown, but like, you're
It's more
explaining
realistic
it.
for the preppy girl that Casey looks like now going to the comic shop.
Mm-hmm.
Which I said before, that is probably the most attractive woman that has ever gone to that comic shop.
Right? Ooh, a lot of Funkos.
She's
Side
like-
note, a lot of Funkos in the movie. I was happy.
Oh my god. And then she's not finding out how comics and superheroes work.
Right?
There's a lot playing in between her and the son. It did feel like they're going to cliche of them getting together.
Yeah, I'm glad.
A lot of transitions were between him leaving, her coming in, or her leaving, and then switching to him in the same building and all that. They don't even talk, really.
No, not really.
I don't even think they directly say anything to each other.
I love that you see it in the trailer, but the shot where he lifts the car.
Oh yeah, he does like this weird like Jaws thing where he just like bangs up against it, like running.
I think he's denting the
runs
door so the
direction.
guy can't
Right.
get out. I would love to see the behind the scenes of like probably the crane that helps him lift it.
Oh, yeah.
Or, like even see if he's like even holding
But
on.
feeling so dope about it.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I mean
into
for
it.
safety reasons, he's probably not allowed to hold it, but just like have his arms straight on the door.
Or maybe that he had just had like a bar maybe that
Mm-hmm.
he would hold on to and lift, and then like there was just like a crane that kind of went bloop
Right.
like that. It'd be fun to see the behind the scenes for those kind of.
Oh god, yeah. I hope his regular cut is on the Blu-ray
I do
of
too.
the 3.5 hours.
I mean,
Let's see the 3 forbidden personalities
right?
that didn't make it.
It's a good fight. Okay, I think we're ready. Unless you have some more thoughts before we get into the convoluted bullshit.
I think this happens right before that, but what they focused a lot on who Kevin's father was.
Yes.
I was a little let down with that. I thought he was going to be more important than just that he was on the same train
Yes.
that Dunn was on. I thought it was going to be like he had a little more to do with the profession
Yeah.
and like more background to Kevin, but instead of abandoning him, he died.
And here is the first convenient plot point connecting to this twist.
Yeah.
Is what were the odds that Mr. Glass knew Kevin's dad was going to be on that train?
Well, no, I don't think he didn't know any of it.
Well, no, I guess he didn't know any of it, but like, I guess like just what are the odds that they both were
Right.
on the train and that this train caused the birth of a villain and a superhero?
Yeah. I think that just plays more in the fact that like he found out that information of who his father was in the middle of the movie, and so that just built more into his head that like, no, I'm a genius. I created not just one but two in the same incident.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I think it was not more just coincidence. It was more of him like, I made these people.
Okay, it was still a coincidence that
Yeah.
that happened.
And of course, he was the golden father. He had the pamphlet of DID. He was going to
Right.
fix his son. And then I just
Stupid.
assume he died, and then the mother couldn't support it, so she became abusive. Because she looked happy. And the son
Yeah.
looked happy.
Well, the son looks sad 'cause he was.
Well, yeah, obviously, but not like beaten sad.
But then I do like the twist. I like that. The beast
No, don't
gets-
tell him. Not yet.
No, like.
I know.
Oh, okay. I like when the beast, turns on Mr. Glass
Mm.
and like grabs
that
his
was so
shoulder,
painful.
like breaks it, and then just like does like what is it?
It wasn't a punch. It wasn't a slap. It was just like open palm, but like his fingers are like gripped,
He
kind
just
of.
kind of went like grabbed
Yeah,
him.
and just not even. He just like shoved into his chest,
Oh, and it just
and then they put that
it
glass
initially killed him.
sound.
Like yeah, like,
Breaking,
it
and
just
just-
killed him pretty much. Like
Oh yeah, it just punctured his lungs.
Yeah.
Fully. Just all his ribs went into his lungs.
Like he pretty much had a slow death.
Mm-hmm.
He was pretty much done. I mean, I knew he was never gonna fight in the movie, so he pretty much
Right.
that little punch thing kind of just killed him, and then
Mm-hmm.
he died like 10 minutes later. And then they kind of go at it again. They go into the water. They're fighting.
Yeah, that was a lot shorter than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Just broke it, and then
All right, here we go.
and how convenient of a. No, sorry. Yeah.
So
But
that's,
before we get into that, this very heartwarming moment when Bruce is on the ground and he's weak. Sorry, got
You
a
dying?
frog in my
are
throat.
you dying?
I'm okay. He's weak because he's got water in his system. And Kevin gets up. He's like, I got my job to do. I need to go out into the world and show him who I am. And he's going to go to the tower, but then Casey grabs his arm and gets Kevin to come out, hugs him, and this heartwarming moment of just like Kevin finally understanding and like there's someone that cares for him. And then we see the red light on her hair. It's like, oh, they're aiming at him. She moves over a little bit and then boom.
Right in the...
Yeah, the gut too. That would have been really dope if we looked down and it's just skin, like red skin, like a little flesh.
Like it dodged him, but like since he wasn't the beast.
Right.
And so here's the thing, okay?
That part wasn't the bad part.
No, that wasn't the bad part.
What, when they showed the sniper?
When they show the sniper and you specifically see the 4-leaf clover.
It was a 3-leaf clover.
It was a 3-leaf clover?
Yeah, which was weird.
Okay, never mind. I thought it was a 4-leaf. A 3-leaf clover.
I think it was just mostly a clover.
Okay. And you see it, and you're definitely meant to see it.
And you're like, oh my god, what is this? Secret society?
Okay, you know what I instantly thought of? I don't think you've seen it, but Hostels. Okay? Now,
did they all have similar tattoos?
Hostels did it right, okay? In the first movie, you see these trading cards and stuff with a greyhound hunting dog.
They put hints throughout the movie.
In the movie, and then the second one, it opens up with that secret society, and you see how the secret society works, okay?
That's how a twist works out.
That's how a twist works out. In this movie...
A twist isn't good when nothing... Like, if there's no hints to figure it out, it's not a good twist. It just comes out of left field, and it's just like, oh, well, okay.
And then Sarah Paulson's leaning on the side of the car, and you're just kind of...
Okay. Not too much. You're like, okay, she gave up on him.
Yeah, I didn't... Well, at that moment, I didn't think she was a part of the cult.
It just seemed like a Secret Service just came in.
And she's just disappointed that she failed.
Right, and then we cut to the son trying to get the attention of the police to save his dad, and they're like taking him away.
Yeah.
And the guy just grabs him, and of course, how convenient that there's a puddle collecting some of this water, and just starts fucking drowning him.
And I knew he wasn't gonna make it.
Take my hand.
I knew Bruce Willis was gonna die, and I couldn't believe the movie was gonna do that. I would have been fine if one of them lived.
Right.
If, Kevin lived, I would have been fine if Bruce Willis died.
That would have been cool. The villain lives and the hero dies.
Yes. Or, vice versa. If Bruce Willis lives and he's and he's like a hero, that's fine. Like, that's your generic ending. But all three of them die.
Yeah.
And
we find out that when Bruce touches her and gets his vision, that there's the Secret Service. I thought there was this weird angle, okay, I guess it makes sense. It was like a security angle, camera angle. And they're in a restaurant with a ton of people, and then security guards pull the blinds closed, lock the door. I thought they were just gonna unload and kill a bunch of people.
Yeah, I did too.
But then she was just like, "All right, we're safe."
And that was it.
Yeah, there was no crime going on, so it didn't make sense.
No.
Why? Because he only has visions when people are doing something bad.
Yeah, and so then it cuts back, and she pretty much was just like, I knew you were a superhero all
of course
along.
We see that when they shake hands, that her hand pulls out of her coat when you see the clover on there too.
And she was like, I knew you were a superhero all along.
And she's like, did you believe me?
Did you believe me?
I need to know, did you believe me?
Yeah, and that is when I just wanted to just scream. Because I was so frustrated at this movie. I was like, why, M. Night, why are you doing this? Why are you this stupid twist of an organization? Are you going to try to expand on this organization?
I was going to say, this is the Shyamalan-verse. He's trying to make his own universe.
I don't like it, though.
Right.
You just killed two beloved characters, pretty much, because, Kevin redeems himself. He realizes that he's strong enough to hold on to the light, and then you kill him. And, by the end of that, there was only, probably, less than 5 that were still evil, so there was a lot more personalities that were good.
And then if you were going to make more movies, you have these base characters that already have development and can rely on those instead of doing what hurts with movies like Force Awakens or Rogue One, where there's this fresh cast that we have to develop all of them in this short amount of time, and you don't get justice because you're just going back and forth, and we don't care about these characters. We don't know enough about them.
You didn't care about the characters in Rogue One when they died.
Yeah,
but then you cared about Han Solo when he died.
Right.
Because you had 3 other movies to back him up.
Yeah.
And so that's why I cared.
And to be fair, this movie could just end. He could have no plans of trying to do a whole universe or
No.
anything, but it feels like it could go either way.
It could go either way, but like it just frustrates me that he decided to kill all 3 characters.
Mm-hmm.
He could have killed 2. He could have killed Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson and have the Unbreakable storyline end,
Yeah.
and then continue with a split.
Yeah, maybe one more Split, because this was like Unbreakable 2, and so it got a sequel,
Yeah.
and then maybe give Split its sequel.
Yeah, and I just
Casey is still alive, so maybe you could try to call Split 2 with her. Even
no. What would she do though?
what
Like,
if she is so traumatized that she gets DID?
I'm out of here. This is stupid. No, but it frustrated me so much. And then
But no. The movie doesn't end there.
don't hold on. But
We go to Samuel L. Jackson, which that was kind of poetic. Him dying, knowing that he created 2 people, like a superhero and a villain, and he felt like he had, because that's his motivation, I guess, is that he needed purpose
Yeah,
for what he thought
he says it in the movie
of
that
his
he
meaningless
said-
life. He's not a mistake.
Yeah, he's not a mistake. That's his whole motivation. Is
Yeah.
that he needs to find out what he's good about.
And there could have been a second meaning to it, and if it ended there, would have been okay.
And then you see Sarah Paulson delete all the camera footage.
Yeah, so nobody sees.
Nobody's gonna see because it all was on the compound.
Yeah, and it does make sense because when the fight started happening, she's like, get all the patients and staff away from the doors and windows.
Yep.
Because she didn't want anyone to see.
What was about to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, all 3 die.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then deletes all the footage, and then she does another meeting with the secret society of all these rich people in the
She's
restaurant.
like, it worked. Now we're gonna go to other cities
Yeah.
and do the same thing.
Yeah, she was asking for permission too, so she's like a lackey of these people.
Yeah.
Side note, more evidence that there's going to be more movies like this. When she said there's a more humane way to do it, and when this fails, then we can go to the machine.
I didn't pick that
So
up.
what's the machine?
I don't give a shit.
Right? Is it just a giant grinder that you just throw people
I
into?
literally don't give a shit. I'm mad at this movie.
And this secret society could have been cool.
It could have. It could have been cool if he knew what he was doing. I don't even think he knew what he was doing when he made Split.
Right.
I
And
think
to be
he
fair,
knew
if
wanted
he
to connect it,
if
but
he had all this connected and he could have had people with those tattoos in Unbreakable,
yeah,
then that would have been really cool.
seriously.
Another side note, this is very off topic from what we're talking about now. When we find out who Kevin's father is and we see him going on the train, the connecting of going back to the old footage from Unbreakable was very seamless. Because you could even see it in the quality because it went from digital to film.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I assume it's just whenever the seat came in, it was very dark. That was very cool. But yeah, Secret Society. And the movie could have ended there.
Yeah, but it does.
Yeah, because she goes to a comic store.
And you
for
have
some
two
odd reason.
nerdy geek guys.
It is the first comic book store from
It is, I liked
Unbreakable.
it.
That was cool.
I just love how the 2 guys that are talking are called comic book geeks in the credits. Credits, I thought that was so fun.
I wonder if there was a guy credited as a Funko seeker.
I wish that was me, dude.
Just a kid just picking up
paid,
Funko.
like,
Put it back.
$80
another one?
to like look at Funkos all day.
Oh yeah, and then probably lose that $80 because you spend money on all the Funkos that you just saw.
Right, I'd be like, yo, can I buy these 4? Like right here.
But of course they're looking at a comic called The Mastermind. You're like, oh, you know, he truly is the mastermind because he's always one step ahead. And this, she's like,
And she's looking at
There's
the
no
camera,
way.
kind of like the old-fashioned kind of
Yeah.
cameras, which is just a mirror.
mm-hmm.
And then she runs back to the mental institution. She's like, all the files are deleted, right? Yeah. Oh, wait, look
And
at
then
this.
of course this guy does this very specific code that is typing way faster than what he's actually typing.
Right? Like, if he started when the word started
Can we get
typing,
realistic hacking, please?
Enhance.
Yeah,
Enhance.
I'm in.
Enhance.
Sorry, I'm putting on sunglasses. I'm in.
And you find out
Yeah. Oh,
that
it's been streaming to a private network.
the whole time.
Yeah.
All of the cameras, all 100 cameras. And so you find out the second twist that the whole time Mr. Glass knew this was going to be a suicide mission.
He knew something was up.
What he was planning to do was he was going to show the whole world superheroes exist, and if that means he had to die, so be it.
In some way, do you think he redeemed himself too? Because this group was going to go around killing a bunch of superhumans because they're all too scared to like come out. But now that he's getting all this footage out to the world, well, I didn't think about that. It doesn't
either.
make this ending. It makes it a little better. It doesn't make it
a fraction of a percent.
Yeah. So all three characters get well, Bruce doesn't really need redeeming, but the two villains get redemption. So Sam, even though he killed hundreds of people,
I don't know.
Gets his purpose.
I don't really know if he gets a redemption.
By killing hundreds of people, he's saving thousands.
Okay, fair enough.
And millions.
So then,
the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, right?
So then you think the movie's still going to end there after she finds out that all of this has been streaming
worldwide? We do get a very funny scene of her from a security camera angle walking into a hallway and then just screaming.
Yep. But then it cuts to Mr. Glass's mom, and Caleb's like, can this movie end?
Yeah.
It felt like Lord of the Rings, dude. Like, it faded to black, and you're like, oh, thank God. It's, oh, nope, here we go. Oh, thank God. It's, oh, nope.
We definitely do need to... Definitely off topic. Has Matt seen all of Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
That one day? Oh, fuck. Whenever we have a slow week when we're not watching a movie, I need a topic for a podcast. We're watching all three.
Alrighty.
I've only seen the first one.
Alrighty. I'm down. I love Lord of the Rings.
I definitely need to see it again.
Alright, let's finish this up, because I'm getting pissed.
The mother gets an email from on her same computer that looks like she had in the 2000s.
It survived from like the Y2K.
Yeah.
Breakage. Like, it was old.
She gets emailed the footage with a voice file of Mr. Glass explaining his plan, and then the son gets it, and then Casey gets it.
Yep, everybody gets it. They're all watching it,
mm-hmm.
And then they realize we have to show the world.
Yep, and then they all...
we
cut to the son with
gosh.
3 coffees in a holder, walking around looking for somebody. Oh my God, who's he looking for?
And they all sit down, sees the other two, gives them coffee, and they're like, when's this gonna happen? When are people gonna know? It's been like 2 hours.
Listen.
Oh, look at that person. Oh, look at that person.
People aren't concerned that they're getting bombarded with...
And then the mom just grabs both of their hands and we're like, we're doing this.
It doesn't matter that my son was low-key a terrorist.
We're doing this. And then it's over.
But is it? No,
there is no end credits scene.
It finally ended. Yeah.
It was over. It's a runtime of, I think, 2 hours, 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's a solid estimate.
And
man, the ending's a little better than I thought after I made that realization.
Kind of, but like...
It's still so convoluted.
But
the double twist was good. It made it a little better, because if it did just end on there's a secret society that's hunting down killers just to make society balanced.
What makes me...
But that's making up for the fact that there's a secret society that we had no idea or clues about.
My 2 biggest things is they all die.
Yeah.
And the secret society. I just think... Maybe I wouldn't hate the movie as much if only one survived.
Right.
And then I could look at the secret society and be like, okay, that's stupid, but maybe they'll make... The next movie will be Kevin trying to go wipe the secret society out.
Right.
But no, he's dead.
Yeah.
As well. And
so honestly, I'm okay with Ryan Dunn being the survivor and then Kevin dying, because then we have that moment of him cycling through... we didn't even mention that. Him cycling through all the personalities while he's bleeding out in Casey's arms. And I don't know if this counts as Stockholm Syndrome. Probably not, because she's actually just like... She sees the victim inside all these personalities inside the Horde. And so just seeing her being okay with the person that almost killed her friends,
air quotes,
pity
guys.
Friends.
Yeah.
And seeing Dennis have a redemption too inside the Horde.
Yeah, that was powerful.
His pants got ruined because there's blood all over him. Can never wear them again.
You gotta clean these for me.
Could you imagine if it was just a long take of him going through all personalities?
Damn.
He goes through like a good 5 or 6.
Yeah, I'd say like about that.
I think Barry.
I think
Barry make a
yeah, I think Barry made
cameo in
it.
there? I'm gonna miss him, dude.
Yeah, I
That's one of my most favorite movie characters.
think it's just slap in
Kevin
the
Wendell
face.
Crumb.
I think it's a slap in the face to fans of Split and of Unbreakable.
Yeah.
That people waited almost 20 years to get a movie, and then they kill off the main character of that movie,
Right.
and then people who love Split and they can't wait to see him in this movie, and then they kill him off, and you're just like, wow.
Yeah. You could have this character in like so many movies. At least one more. We do kind of sound hypocritical, but like there's a window of waiting too long to kill a character or killing a character too early.
That's true.
You have to give a character true justice. I think a character has to live long enough to where they can pass along or carry the weight of newer characters so that they get developed and then they can die because we already know so much about these characters. Not killing them and then starting fresh right after. You have to layer it.
Yeah, because I don't even think that Bruce Willis kind of. I mean, he really didn't have anything to redeem, but I just feel like he kind of just like. They just killed him. They didn't need to kill him. Like he was the hero. He saved those 4 girls. He saved those 2 kids in the first movie. Like,
and he saved a ton of other people.
Yeah, he saved a ton of other people that we don't even know about. Side note that we should have talked about earlier. I hate that his wife had cancer and died.
Oh yeah, just a way to not put her in.
Yeah, cop out way to kill a character.
Even though you had to, I'm curious what the logistics are of using a picture of someone in a movie because we see her picture, and so they probably had to pay her like a few $1,000s just to use her likeness there. Yeah, should have just had her there somewhere because they went through the effort of finding a double just to see the back of her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious what that scene was even about. Because you have this weird like flashback where he's at the table.
And he's like, I have to tell you something, right? That's what he said.
Or like, we need to talk. And like,
yeah, I didn't really understand what that was all about.
Because it did make more sense. What I brought up was that she didn't think she was going to marry him in college because he played football. And she didn't like the violence. And she said it was like the opposite of what she wanted to do with physical therapy and help people. So it would make sense that when she finds out that he's beating people up, even though they're bad people, she doesn't like him hurting people. So that would have made sense if they had a divorce, even though they had this whole arc of them getting back together. So I think it would have been even better. Just I don't know. Just keep them married, keep them alive.
But like, I guess we're bashing on the ending a lot, but I didn't hate the movie.
No,
I'll watch it again maybe in a while, but like, the ending does really falter for me, but it wouldn't. I don't think it deserves like the 30-ish%. It's
oh no, this is a solid, like B minus.
Yeah, I would
B
say
territory for me.
I would say
if
a
I were
low,
to give it
a
a
low
grade.
B is what I would give it. I think that the first twist sucks, and I feel killing off the characters suck, and I think that was just stupid.
Right.
But really,
especially because it was Samuel Jackson being like, all right, my purpose is done. I made these 2 guys. I can die.
Yes.
Him dying and keeping them together. Just having this relationship, this Batman to this Joker.
I mean, I don't know what's in store for him next. I don't know what he's writing. I don't know if he's going to continue this story or if he's just going to do something completely different.
Right.
But I just think, I don't know.
Still definitely one of his better movies.
One of his better movies, but I mean, I would say this is, after watching all 3 today, I would say this is like 3rd in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah, I think,
I'd still probably, this would probably be my 2nd.
I have a toss between, I just feel like Unbreakable and Split are totally 2 different movies.
Right.
But they connect, so it's hard for me to rank either or. And so I just think I would, if I had all 3 of these movies, or if I had Unbreakable and Glass, I'd watch Unbreakable. If I had Glass and Split, I'd watch Split. So like, that's how I would rate it, is that I would choose those 2 movies over Glass. If I wanted to watch either or.
So I think I just love the character of Kevin so much that I would just have to choose Glass.
I understand.
Solely on just seeing him more.
Yeah, I understand.
But Unbreakable is still a great movie and better overall. Yeah. But to be fair, it's also not doing as much. No. And yet, you were tasked a lot with these 3 big characters, 4, 5, 6, a lot of people to cut to and whatnot, and how to tie them and end their blah, 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 blah.
But it's making money.
That's good.
40 million, a little over 40 million first weekend. So that's good. It's making money. Audience love it. So I think it's like 80% for audience viewing.
Okay.
So
that's justice.
So I don't think the critics are wrong. I think that they could have gone a little higher, but I could see where critics were angry.
Right.
And a little convoluted at the end.
I feel like critics are too triggered by just one bad thing, and then the movie tanks for them.
Stick on.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, any more thoughts?
No.
No.
I'm just happy it was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I guess obviously whoever's listening to this has seen it, but
hopefully
just go in with average expectations. Don't think it's going to be better than Split, but
or Unbreakable,
but you're going to enjoy it. I mean, if you're a huge fan of Unbreakable, you're probably not going to like this movie. But if you're a huge fan of Split, you'll probably like it still.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
It feels good to do a podcast again. We haven't done
one. It's been a minute, a hot minute.
Been hot. I'm glad to get back into the routine. I don't really know what we're going to talk about next week, but
news. We haven't talked about news in a while.
Just generic news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys, but it's been real. Thanks for listening again.
As always. And it would be much appreciated if you could like, share, and other stuff that's available. Comment if you're watching on YouTube.
I forgot, we're on iTunes now. So if you're listening on iTunes, thank you so much. Yeah, we just got on today filming, which is Tuesday something, the 22nd. We are on iTunes now. So if you're listening on that, please give us stars, give us reviews.
Yes, reviews. Please be nice.
Same with Podbean. If you're following on the link there, download them, share them, follow us, all that jazz. Like, subscribe.
Hit that bell.
Hit the bell. Hit it.
Smash that like button.
Smash it. You know what? Let's leave something for only one person to leave a comment, like Matt. Leave a comment, Matt. Tell us your thoughts about Glass.
Should we put another code word?
All right, think of one right now.
Kevin Wendell Crumb?
It's a good one. If you heard the code word, please text either of us or comment. Alrighty, guys, but it's been real. Peace!
Bye!